everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos will always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Hey everyone, Paul ISM, welcome to another At The Bench update. I've got a bit to get through today, but I don't want to be here all day, so it'll be like an hour-long video, knowing me, as usual. Full of cold at the minute, feeling a bit rough, and yeah, definitely not great. Having kids at school, and then they're off school, then they get ill and pass it on to you is not good at all. I've been feeling lousy the past few days, but hey, it is what it is. I'm getting better now, so all good. It could have been a lot worse than just a cold, let's just say that. So I've got some stuff to go over again. We're going to look at my last two builds, the Ferrari and the BMW. I've got a little cheat sheet coming down here. I've got upcoming builds that I want to do. Some things some of you crazy people out there have sent me in the post. I'm going to look at some suggestions for group builds and videos, etc. off your wall. I'm going to show my Jack Russell Milo, because loads of you have asked to see him. I say loads, I think it was 2. It's loads, isn't it? And then the aquarium, because everyone always wants to look at it. And that's about it for today. So let's get the builds out of the way. So we've finished a couple of builds and started some builds. So I started the Games Workshop Imperial Knight, a while back. Now, I think once I get past the building stage, we're going to be fine on this. Now, I've videoed it. I've got the footage saved. The cleanup on the kit is pretty horrific, as in it's almost soul destroying. This is where we're at with it currently. So I've got the legs built and part of the torso. Oh my god, it's boring. It's really boring. Tedious. Seam lines are ridiculous. Just really mojo sapping. So I'm going to pick at it and it'll be built. There's no rush. And I'll get to it when I can. I think once I get it built and I get it to primer and start painting it, I'll get a bit more interesting to do and we'll crack on. But up till now, I started it and then thought, you know what, this is boring. I'll save this for when I'm live. And yeah, then when I was live on Sunday, I carried on with the BMW because I was enjoying that. But I think on Friday on the live show, I'll carry on. But we'll try and get it all built up and then we can get on with the fun bit of painting it. The F51 Mustang, I've been really enjoying. We hit a bit of a snag when we ruined the part and had to get a new one. But that was sorted. So that's ready for its next part where I need to assemble like all the radiator intake and we can get the cockpit in place and get the fuselage actual glued together. But again, it'll get done. Not sure when. There's no rush. Again, I know people are eagerly anticipating the videos. I'm going to have to admit defeat, put my glasses on because I'm old and my eyesight's going. Yeah, they can do a bit clean. So, yeah, the F51 will get done. I'm just going to pick at these builds. I'm not going to work on them when I don't feel like it because what that'll do is cause me to get bored and not want to build them and end up quitting. So, we're going to save them for that little space in between where I don't quite feel like masking a car up or decaling a car, and that's when we'll do it. The next F51 build probably won't be a long process of getting ready for a video, but I want to work on them when I'm interested. The Imperial Knight will save for live shows, and like I say, once we get that to primer, I think it'll become a lot more interesting. You know me, you know my passions with the cars. I enjoyed them. We've just done the Beemax BMW video build. I think I did that in 9 days, just over a week. Love that kit. Very inspirational. It looks really dodgy, this, doesn't it? So I love that kit, and yeah, it's always going to be a good build for me. So yeah. Anyway, so F51's still underway. I'm just going to work on it when I feel like it, and the Imperial Knight's still underway as well. Cars are my passion. We've got a couple of bikes in the stash as well, which I showed you last time. We will get through these builds. and add a bit more content. So just hold fire, a bit of patience with me. Don't keep pestering me for them because it really puts me off the build then. Anyway, we recently finished the Fujimi 16 scale Ferrari 288 GTO. Came out fantastic. I'll pop some pics up. We'll have a very quick recap of what we did. So I love these 16 scale kits. They're great fun. I've got quite a few in the stash and they're just brilliant. Always iconic subjects. So it's yeah, it's always a nice one to build. So this was the 16 scale Ferrari 288 GTO. It was primed in Tamiya pink primer, which was decanted, thinned, off-gassed, and put through the apex. Base painted in Gravity Colours Spain Rosso Corsa Red, which beautiful colour. Such a nice deep red. Cleared it with Gravity Spain. We gave it a, Gravity Spain 2K Clear. Before we cleared it, we gave her a panel line wash with Tamiya black panel liner. Kit decals were put on. Even for a 30-odd-year-old kit, the decals run down really great. The wheels are painted in Mistobi Super Metallic Super Fine Silver. I used various LP and TS metals throughout on the engine bay, the running gear, the interior and what have you. We flocked the interior with some flocking material. And the only problems with the kit, there's fit issues on the doors, but we sorted those before we went to paint. Everything else was pretty good. We got quite a lot of crap in the finish, which we had to polish out. But that's, you know, that's part of the course of modelling at the end of the day. The main issue is the glass, and that is what lets these 16 scale kits down. Now, luckily a while back, for the Cobra, I bought some acetate sheet on a roll, which was a bargain. And I tried to replace all the glass with it. The windscreen was okay, turned out perfect. Well, not perfect, but it turned out well. The side doors, no way. Because of the way those doors fit into the frame, it kept catching the acetate and pulling it back off. So I had to stick with the kit plastic. Now, it looks okay, thankfully. It doesn't look too bad at all. And overall, as a finish, I'm happy with it. The doors are a bit iffy shutting in places. It's the quirks of these kits. But I love them. They're great fun. They're a good scale. They're not as big as a 12 scale. They're bigger than a 24th. And they're always interesting subjects. 288 GTO is a classic Ferrari. And yeah, beautiful. I made some exhaust tips out of some aluminium tube because I lost one of the exhausts. And they look great as well. And the engine, nice detail on the engine. Pretty much out the box to build. And yeah, what a wonderful kit to build. Great fun, great subject, and more than happy with that result. So we moved on from that. Excuse me. And we moved on to one of my all-time favourite kits. If you remember my video on my top 20 kits, or 21 kits. The Beemax BMW E30 M3, right to the top of the list, because this will be the 9th time I built one. And I just love this kit. Everything about it, the simplicity, the fit, the dimensions look perfect to me. And the E30 M3. If the Ferraris, the 288's a classic Ferrari, the E30 M3 is up there with, I was going to say a modern day classic, but it's not, because they're like pushing 40, so 35 years old. So they are a true classic nowadays. And I love them. I built loads of these as motorsport variants over the years, as I showed you in the video. And I've wanted to do a track car for a while, so that's what I did. So this is a fast road track car as such. It's basically an excuse to use the kit to make a road going car. Excuse me, I am literally dying of a cough. It's not that kind of cough though. So I picked silver originally and changed my mind and went for red, and I'm glad I did because the red came out beautiful. We added some Alpena Rims to it from Scale Production, and it just came out great. I'll pop some pics up. So I had to lower this a bit, well, raise the suspension, because the DTM car sits really, really low, too low. So I raised it. Now, I raised it probably a little bit too much. It probably could have done another mil or two lower, but I was quite happy with the stance, to be honest, and I could lower it really easily and quickly. But I was quite happy how it looked. I mean, let me know your opinions. I'm always open to hear. I could lower it in about 5-10 minutes really easily. I just spaced out the suspension with some hollow rod, and it worked really well. So this was, again, primed and decanted Tamiya pink primer. Base painted and decanted Tamiya TS86 Pure Red, which is a phenomenal colour. We gave it a Tamiya black panel line wash. Gravity Spain 2K clear. Polished it up with the micro mesh. I think we used 8 and 12,000 on this because we got a bit of dust in it, but it was nothing too drastic. And then we used the ultimate polish system to give it a real good go in terms to make sure everyone's recording. Sorry for a second there, I thought my audio recording had stopped. Scale production 18-inch Alpena Rims, which classic wheel. Love the Alpena Rims. They were sprayed Mr. super metallic stainless, which was the colour I wanted to do the car in originally. I scratch built some exhaust tips because I didn't want the DTM flick exhaust out the back, so I used some plastic tubing to make my own straight cut exhaust at the back. Flocked interiors from embossing powder, black, to see how that went. The embossing powder looks alright, the flocking definitely looks better. But for easy use, the embossing powder I don't mind doing in here. So that's why I did it. I had some spare Subaru seats knocking around, so I put both of those in. Microblued them for texture, and then sprayed them in zero paints textured red paint to give them that nice fabric look, and then made some black harnesses through them. And more than happy how this came out. Beautiful looking car. Love the E30 M3. Love all the M3s, to be honest. I think the E30 and E36 are my favourites. I'd really love to do an E36 Coupe Evo in a Storal Blue, but there is a kit, but it comes with a spoiler on the back for a start, which I don't think I've ever seen one of the coupes without a spoiler. And they're worth ridiculous money. But wonderful kit. If you're looking for your first car kit or a different car, get one of these BMWs. They're so good to build, so quick, so simple, so well thought out. For me, it is the perfect kit, and I could build them one after another. I've got about 12 decal schemes in the stash for them. I've got another 2, 4, 5 in the stash still, and I'll always add them to the stash as and when I can. But what a wonderful kit, and a wonderful subject. So the next BMW I want to do is I've got one of the Revel Premium BMW E30s, and that will more likely get Alpena Rims as well. Bit of a theme here. I do like the Alpena Rims. So that will be a future build, and it's a premium kit with full engine, everything in it. And although it's meant to be a bit of a pick of a kit, I'm looking forward to doing it, and doing it in Calypso Red, is it? Yeah, Calypso Red, which Gravity specially made for me. Very kind of Antonio Gravity Spain to sort that for me. Right then, so upcoming builds. Now, as a perk of a patron, sorry to mention the word, my patrons will get choice on voting for my next build, and that's what I plan to do. Last night was my first supporter live stream, so anyone that's donated via Patreon or PayPal was added to this, and I did a half an hour live show last night on my own channel, and we discussed a few things, and so you don't miss out as regular viewers, I'm going to discuss them now. I'm looking for suggestions on upcoming builds, upcoming videos, reviews. My Scalemates is in the link of this video. Click on that, go for all my kits, pick a kit. If you want it reviewing, pop it in the comments, and I'll add it to the list. And then I'll have a vote on it with my patrons, because they get the perk of doing that, unfortunately. That is one of the perks of being a patron and a supporter, and that will be an upcoming build. So voice your opinion if you want to see a particular build, preferably something I've got, because I'm trying not to spend money at the minute. If you want to see a particular review of something I've got, if you want to see a particular how-to, like Sprugu, that's one I plan to do. Paul Gower mentioned about doing a rattle can build, which I plan to do for a long, long time. Anything like that, please let me know. Or any guides on paint thinning, how do I do this, how do I organise a build, things like that. Anything you want to see, post it in the comments down below. I'll add them all to a list, and I'll work through them as we go, and we'll get votes on them, see which proves the most popular, and do them in what order. So yeah, looking for feedback. I don't want to get into too much because I hate mentioning the P word, the Patreon word, but with me being able to relax a little bit now and not worry about, I need to quit making videos, go get a job and do something else, I can put a lot more time into this now. And it might sound pathetic to some, it is what it is. So I want to put more content out, because that's what I'm getting paid to do now. essentially. So I am looking for more subject matter. So if you know anything or you've got any suggestions, please let me know. I'm open to listening to them all. So I was going to let everyone vote on my next build. I know what I want to do after this one, and I want to do something American. Because me, Alan, and Simon have got an American build on the go. But this got released yesterday at UMP, or the day before, sorry. And I reviewed it, and I've been waiting for this kit for years. There was never a plastic kit of this kit. There was the Tamiya normal Audi Quattro. This is the short wheelbase homologation car. And it's never been available as a plastic kit. There was a resin kit I had ages ago. There's a review on the channel somewhere. I can't remember who made now. Was it Reggie? Profile 24? And it was an okay kit, but it never inspired me as I really want to build that because it just looked a bit lacking in areas. So this was announced, and I was like, I gotta have it. I got one for myself and Lee at UMP. It came yesterday. I reviewed it. It looks good. I've got a detail upset, and that is my next build. So you'll get to vote on my next one. It will be American because that's the theme we got on a buddy build. So again, go through my stash, find something American, and give me a suggestion in the comments down below. This is time for you as viewers, and I value you all as viewers if you watch these videos. You actually sit there and listen to me waffle on rubbish for 40 odd minutes, like I'm probably going to do today. To voice your opinion. Let me know what you want to see me build, and I'll take it into account. I'll get some votes up, and we'll see what gets voted most interesting. So we're looking forward to building this Audi Quattro. I'm going to build it out of the box to begin with as the who is it? Bufford? I can't remember his name. I'm useless with names and stuff like that. So I call everybody mate. It's easier. I'm going to build it as out of the box scheme, and then I'm going to build it in the HB scheme because Reggie Models have released the decals, and then I'll probably do one as a homologation car because I love the road going car of this thing. It's probably one of the best Group B homologation cars ever because it was still a luxury car that was crazy fast back in the day. So a really interesting car, and I will definitely build at least 3 of these because I've waited for this kit for a long time. Hopefully it's a good kit. It doesn't end up in a fireball. I'll make sure it doesn't. So yeah, that's that. Voice your opinion in the comments. If you want to see anything, videos, builds, reviews, whatever, let me know. My Scalemates is there. You want to message me at all, there's an email direct to me that I get almost instantly. Or Facebook message me, wherever you want to do. Anything at all. Please don't hesitate. Just get in touch and I'll sort it out. Okay, so a couple of you crazy people, or a few of you out there, have sent me some things in the post. You're all mad, but thank you very much. Some absolutely awesome gifts in the post. So first off, you, Joe Cook, you absolute madman. Yellow Cake Scale Modeling, go look at his channel. Every now and then he'll send me a picture like, do you like this kit? And I'll be like, yeah. And he's like, I'll send it, yeah. And I'm like, no, don't. And he'll keep it and send me a parcel every now and then. He's a madman. So he sent me the Chase Elliott Chevy SS NASCAR with some very nice McDonald's decals for it as well. Madman. He sent me a Pennzoil Skyline R34, which is a kit I built ages ago and ruined the clear coat on, so I've been wanting to do that one again, so thank you very much. And a very cool Hasegawa 250 Testarossa 1958 LM. Pictures are here. Absolutely wonderful kit. You're crazy, Joe. That amount of postage you cost as well. You're absolute madman. But thank you very much, mate. I will build them all and enjoy them all thinking of you. Yes, like that. You know exactly how I'll be thinking of you. What else have I been sent? Let me see. I'm trying to remember offhand now. Gary Ride the Wind sent me a Dodge Charger, Revel Dodge Charger with the resin trans kit for the Dukes of Hazzard car, which again, absolutely phenomenal, Gary. Thank you very much, mate. You're a legend. It's a car I've wanted to do for quite some time. I've got the base car, which I'll do as a normal road-going car at some point. But I really want to do the General Lee. And it probably will have the decal on the roof, although that is quite a controversial subject. And I believe you can get you banned as well off Facebook. Don't know. But the original movie car had it, so it should have it. But anyway, that's a thing of opinion, isn't it, at the end of the day. So thank you very much, Gary. Absolutely awesome, mate. Really appreciated you, crazy mate. You really are. And then my buddy, who's an absolute crazy person, Adam Smith. It is Adam Smith, isn't it? Yeah, it is Adam Smith. Sorry, I'm getting confused there. Adam messaged me about a kit I'd asked for on a live show. Is this the kit? And I was like, yes, that's it, mate. He goes, I found it. And I was like, right, how much is it? And he told me the price. And I was like, right, okay. I can't afford it right now, but thank you, mate. If I ever, saw something out, I'll let you know. And he was like, oh, I'll buy it and send it yet. And I was like, no, don't do that, mate. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, haha, you haven't even got my address anyway. I forgot I'd sent him a parcel, hadn't I? But luckily, he'd thrown away my postal address. But he did a bit of digging and found it. And this arrived in the post. So this is the Revel 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. I think it was Glenn building one on ISM. And it just looked a fantastic kit. And I thought, I've got to get one of those. Cannot get them in the UK, anywhere at all. Adam sent them me all the way from Canada for free. And you're absolutely crazy. So thank you very much, guys. You're all absolute legends. Anyone that sent me anything in the post over the years or whatever, greatly appreciated. I wish I could repay you all tenfold. I really do. But it is appreciated. Thank you all very, very much. Right then, so a few of you have asked to see my Jack Russell Milo. I was speaking about him the other day in the video because he was roaming around out there on the gravel for about half an hour because he's got a few issues. He's 18 years old, literally 18 years old, and he's completely deaf. We're convinced he's nearly completely blind as well, but he copes well for an old dog. He still has his runs around the garden and what have you, but he's definitely struggling, and I think he's starting to lose his marbles a little bit as well because he drives me insane in here. He's Hannah's dog. He's my girlfriend's dog. So when she's not here, he pines for her. And literally, he'll sit at the door and bark for her until she comes home. So overnight, he comes in here with me when Hannah takes James to bed. And he just sits there, and all I hear for about an hour is... and it drives me insane. And that noise was... So I leave the door open, and all he do is traipse around out there of a figure of 8 for an hour. But 18 years old, Jack Russell, 50 quid dog, bought from a farm in Anglesey. He's doing well, aren't you, mate? I don't think you can see him properly there, so I'll bring him up. Yeah, he's definitely a poor old dog now, aren't you, mate? Hey? But he still does well. He has his good times. He has a run around the garden. I think he can see a little bit. He's definitely got cataracts in his eyes because he does struggle. Yeah, mate, that's it. There you go. Is that better? Yeah, don't lick me. Don't lick me. It stinks. His breath absolutely stinks, doesn't it, bud? But he's an old dog, poor old bugger, and he does drive me insane in here, but he's had a good life. We've looked after him, and we'll continue to look after him until the day comes when we're going to say goodbye. Now, we started off with 4 dogs originally. When me and Hannah first got together, I'd always wanted German Shepherds. He leaves hair behind like something rotten as well. I'd always wanted German Shepherds. We lived at home, and Mum would never let me have one. We had a collie, and I think she was afraid of them fighting. So when me and Hannah got our first house and we moved in together, we bought a German Shepherd. German Shepherds are a one-person dog, and the dog was mine, 100%. So Hannah wanted a dog, so for Christmas, a month later, I bought Hannah a Labrador. I've got pictures of all these, but they're all proper wet prints. I'll have to try and find the photo album for next time, and I'll show you them. And we had a pair of them. And I got the first German Shepherd, and within 2 days I had it sitting. Within a week it was almost, not house trained, but it let me know when I wanted to go out. Really intelligent dog, really eager to learn, and she was brilliant. We got the Labrador, everything went downhill, and they were just a nightmare, the pair of them. We got them the first night together in the house. They just fought all night in the bedroom, drove us nuts. And then for the next few months, they just destroyed the house, chewed all the furniture. It was like the demon dog from hell, the Labrador. This is her Meg. Absolutely drove me insane. So we had the 2 of them. We moved here about a year later, and we got Milo, the Jack Russell. Hannah wanted a smaller dog because she'd always wanted a little dog. So we got short-haired, short-legged Jack Russell. And like I say, we drove to Anglesey at a farm. 3 of them in a little bag. Which one do you want? We picked him because of his colouring and his markings off a woman with a moustache, basically. And we paid £50 for him, and away we go. This Jack Russell's not a recognised breed. It's a Jack Parsons, it is. So there's no pedigree on these at all. Whereas the German Shepherds, because I bought another one after we got Milo, and the Labrador were all papered dogs. So we had 2 German Shepherds, a Black Lab, and Milo. And yeah, they lived good lives up until we started to lose them one by one. And that was heartbreaking. Losing my German Shepherds, which were everything to me back then. I'll pop some pictures up. They were lovely dogs. They were well trained, well behaved, for me anyway. And yeah, a dog that would protect you but come for a hug at the same time. Lovely dogs. Absolutely love German Shepherds, and I plan to get another one at some point. James should have a dog growing up. Every boy should have a dog growing up. And German Shepherds are just perfect because they're such gentle, loving dogs that will protect you. So we got the Lab. Labs are very stubborn and food orientated, and the Lab was a pain in the backside, but she was a lovely dog as well. And we got Milo. And Milo considered himself a big dog with them, and he'd fight with them all, and we'd have them all on a big bed in the living room, all curled up together. Milo would be in the middle of them all, using them as a separate bed. And he loved it. So when we started to lose them all one by one, I think he started to feel a little bit lost. And when we lost the Labrador about 2 years ago, he was just totally like, he changed. He went from a perfectly well-behaved dog to becoming very anxious and barking and what have you. Because obviously he lost his buddies of, like, you know, I think one shepherd lived for 11 years. One lived for like 13, and the Labrador, I think she hit about 14, which is good going for pedigree dogs. Really good going. So he's still soldiering on, the cheap dog, the 50 quidder. Still soldiering on to this day, and I'm sure we've got a few more years left in him. But he's happy, and he still gets around all right, and still has his moments. So the aquarium, you're all going to ask, so I might as well show it while I'm here. Always, as always, go from strength to strength. Everything is growing like wildfire in there. The white cloud minnows, which I thought I'd lost one of, they're all still there, all 10 of them. They fattened up absolutely beautiful. They look in absolute prime condition. I'm hoping we might get some spawning off them. I can't sex them. They're pretty difficult to sex, but they're all like chasing each other and having a bit of a scrap, so it's good to see. The shrimp are doing well. Everyone seems perfectly happy in there. All the water levels are perfect as always. Plant growth is lush. It's just wild in there, and that's how I like it. It is a wild aquarium. The Java moss just takes over everywhere. Literally, it gets everywhere. It's all over the back of the tank at the minute, and across the front. I just have to keep taking it out every now and then. I throw so much of it away. It's a real shame, but going well. It's a lovely addition in the cave. I love having it in here. And yeah, it's nice to watch and to see. There we go. That's about all I've got to talk about today. Half an hour, you see. Not an hour. Not too bad. My throat is killing me, so I'm going to wrap this up. So, last but not least, Patreon. If you want to support me and my content, there's a link in the description where you can become a Patreon subscriber. They do have perks and benefits. You know, exclusive live show. Voting on builds and suggestions, monthly giveaways, things like that. So have a look through. If it catches your interest at all, you're safe in the knowledge that you are supporting future video content, because without that support, there'd be no videos. It's as simple as that. That's not like a threat or, you know, anything. It's fact. It's literally, without that support, I wouldn't be able to put the time to do this at all. So thank everyone that has done it, and those who have sent donations via PayPal me as well. Absolute legends, you really are. So yeah, all the links in the description down below. Thank you very much to everybody. And check out International Scale Model Facebook page and forum, my Paul ISM page as well. I have the bench page and Off Air Hangout group for all the live show news and the Off Air Hangout links too, and umpretail.com where we've had a restock of Bandai a new stock of Bandai Star Wars kits, and some new kits in there as well. So also make sure you sub to the channel, give it a thumbs up, click the bell notification and leave a comment. Anything you want to leave, I appreciate reading all your comments. I might not get time to reply to all, I do apologise for that. But I do read them all and heart them all up, so please feel free to leave a comment, suggestions, whatever you want to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all next time, probably for part 1 of the Audi Quattro build. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.